Welcome everybody to the Meeple Bunker. Today we have a new game that we're going to do an unboxing of. Ghostbusters Protect the Barrier game. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why should I care about this game? Well, actually, this game is based on an older game, or rather, a fairly new game in English called Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters, but that was based on an older game which was, I believe, a Kinderspiel des Jahres nominee back in 2014, 2015, called Geister Schatzmeister, which basically translates to Ghost Treasure Hunt Master. Anyways, this is basically a reskin of the Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters, which is kind of hard to find here in the US. In fact, I'm not sure if you can get it in the US, but it's the English version. And that was a reskin of the other game, or actually just an English translation of that game. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look, shall we? So one thing that you got to notice before I get rid of the box here is, you see Ghostbusters, Protect the Barrier? Well, you're going to look at this cover and you're going to say, Ghostbusters? Well, these are the new Ghostbusters from the new Ghostbusters remake film. So you've got the 4 female Ghostbusters, and you got a guy up here who is called apparently Rouen, because you can see his minifigure is included in this. And that's what you see on the cover. And you see the old reliable Ecto-1, although hopefully it's named that in the new film. I don't know. Haven't seen it. It's not out yet. Let's take a look inside, shall we? So what we see in here is basically a mass market game. This is produced by Mattel. So the quality is not quite as good as our normal hobby games. The box is kind of that mass market, really thin cardboard stuff. But it does have a fairly nice vacuum form plastic insert here, so that's good to see. We've got the game rules here, which is kind of a fold out. So again, not the kind of thing we expect in the hobby world, but it is what it is. And we've got ourselves kind of a bifold board here. So let's go ahead and unfold that real quick and take a look and see what that looks like. So you've got your bifold board of the building that the Ghostbusters are going to be in. This is where the cards go. So you're going to be moving your little figures on the board here. This does not lay really flat. There's a divot here in the center. This is not one of those higher quality boards, like I said, that we normally expect. This is more of a mass market game. In fact, I believe that you can find this game at Toys R Us and Target, and maybe some other places. I don't know if Walmart's going to carry this. I got this off of Amazon, so that's where I got this. Let's take a look at the cards. So the cards are here. They're kind of flimsy. Similar to the Magic the Gathering board game cards. Not super high quality, and as you can see, they're the smaller size cards. I think these are called the mini poker type cards. These are like the Ticket to Ride sized cards that came in the original Ticket to Ride type game. So you've got those. You've got some decent plastic little miniatures here. These are for the major hauntings, these plastic ghosts. We'll get a closer look at those in a bit. Come in here a little closer. You have your 4 basically player characters, which are the 4 different Ghostbusters, each in a different color. Take a look at those in a second. We have a gaggle of ghosts, little plastic white ghosts. These are the main guys that you're going to be fighting against on the board. We have the little tokens that you have to go around and collect on the board. These are little cardboard tokens. They slot into the backs of the Ghostbusters, just like the predecessor games that this is a reskin of. So that's an interesting little thing. We have the little minifigure for this guy named Rouen, the little ghost guy. Let's see if we can get him to focus up on here a little bit, maybe. So there you go. He's painted up a little bit there. So you have this little guy. Apparently he plays into the movie somehow. And then you have, like I said here, you have 2 dice. Now these are not engraved dice, these are screen printed dice, but these are the dice you'll be rolling in the game. And that kind of shows you everything that's in the box. Like I said, the insert is pretty good. The box itself is kind of low quality, but this game retails for about $20 or so, I think. And I think I got it Amazon Prime Day this year for sub $15, somewhere in the maybe $14 range. Can't remember exactly. Not bad for a mass market game. Let's take a look at the mini, shall we? Okay, everyone, so now you see basically one of each of the different type of miniatures laid out on the board here for the ghosts. So you've got the major haunting ghosts, you've got the minor ghosts, you've got Rowan, which apparently comes into some sort of advanced variant of the game. And then you've got the 4 Ghostbusters here. Let's take a little bit of a closer look. So your major haunting guy is right here. He's a semi-translucent kind of green slime colored guy. Fairly well done, fairly heavy. It's a kind of a mass market plastic miniature, but higher quality than maybe I expected. So that's pretty good. Let's take a look at the next one here. These are the main little guys that you'll be fighting on the board. Let's see if I can get it to focus in a little bit. Yeah, let's see. There we go. So he looks like a happy little ghost there with a bow tie, of course. So you can see him. He's got a little divot in there, so he's not too heavy. But there's a whole gaggle of these guys, and they look like they're pretty decent quality. Then, of course, you have what we already looked at a little bit ago, which is the Rouen Minifig. He's also pretty decent, pretty heavyweight. And then you have each of the Ghostbusters, the newer Ghostbusters from the latest film. Let's take a look at those real quick. So there's one of your Ghostbusters. Again, forgive me, I don't know the Ghostbusters names from the new film. It's not out at the time of this filming. But there's one. Let's take a look at another one here. There's another. Let's take a look at your yellow Ghostbuster. See if I can get focus in here real quick. And then the final one, we've got the red Ghostbuster. So there you go. And as you can see, each one of them has a little slot back here in the back of the Proton Pack you see at the top. Those little cardboard tokens that you collect on the board go in here, and then these guys are trying to get those off the board. That's basically their objective in the game. Get off the board before the ghosts basically overwhelm the board, and they can fight the ghosts and everything, but it's just like the predecessor games, just rethemed with the new Ghostbusters movie theme. So anyways, that is the unboxing of the new game, Ghostbusters. Protect the barrier. Meeple Bunker, out.